Yo, still bills. What's the deal, man? Yo, it's Sunday. I'm here. I'm making these store runs early, so I ain't got to worry about it later. So we finna go bang the shit. But peep gang, we got to get into this shit, man. And y'all already know what I'm here to talk about. Y'all already know. I just y'all already know, man. Y'all already know, man. Listen, this is why it doesn't pay. Let me turn this down a little bit. This is why it does not pay to sit around on your hands and wait for the opportunities to present themselves. This is why it pays to grab the bull by the horns, take your career into your own hands. So by the time that opportunity does present itself, you're better suited to deal with the obstacles you're gonna have to go through once that opportunity is in front of you. Demetrius Andrade, even up until his last interview, Canelo was just consistently coming out of his mouth, Canelo. And I'm not against a Demetrius Andrade Canelo fight. I never have been. I'm not against that fight. I'm not against it. I would have preferred him fight someone like a Demetrius Andrade instead of a Jermell Charlo. I was for that. I've been pretty vocal about it, but I'm also not one of them dudes where I'm about to indict him and hold him responsible to fighting him when his career is he surpassed the dude's career in one calendar year, Brody. There's no way I'm gonna sit there and hold you to, browbeat you into fighting him and wag my finger at you, for not fighting him. But even to this, to his last interview, he was just consistently Canelo this, Canelo that. He's this and that and the third. Fuck Canelo. It was just like bitter baby mama syndrome. Because we're just gonna have to call it what it is. He was looking for that bag. He was definitely looking for that bag. Canelo was a contingency plan to ride off into the sunset. And nobody can tell me different after last night's performance. Nobody can tell me different after last night's performance. Nobody. The fights that you needed to fight in to better prepare you for fighting someone like the David Benavidez, you found a way to scurry past them. I'm going to just take this in. I'm going to just go this way. You found a way to scurry past them, and it bit you in the ass. There was no reason why you couldn't have fought Zach Parker. There was no reason why you couldn't have fought a Johnny Beck. Johnny Beck is better than every fighter that you fought thus far. He's better than them, which is saying a lot because Johnny Beck is still hella under development. He's not even a finished product. But there was no reason why you shouldn't have tried to fight a Matvey Korobov. There was no reason why you shouldn't have tried to pursue another negotiation. You pursue negotiations with Sergey Derevianchenko. There was no reason for you to get out of a fucking Jermell Charlo fight. There was no reason for, all right, cool. Goddamn, Billy Joe Saunders, Pop Dirty. Where do we go after Billy Joe Saunders, bro? What's next after Billy Joe Saunders? What's next? Who's next? Who else is in the scope after Billy Joe Saunders? If you can't get Billy Joe Saunders, who we got next in the scope? Every fight that you found a way to get out of eventually turned around and bit you in the ass when it was time for you to go in there and have a step-up fight with David Benavidez. Simple. Certain amount of pressure being applied to you from a top fighter in the division, you couldn't deal with it, bro. You was breathing through your mouth in the third round. I noticed it right away. I'm like, yo, this dude's mouth is wide open. Could it be attrition in your legs giving out at 35, 36 years old? Possibly, yeah. It could be that. And it could just be the fact that you have went your entire career without fighting a significant fight. And it showed. As I told everybody in my prediction video, as I've been telling everybody on these message boards, this is going to be a beating. You do not get out of fighting quality opposition and go in the ring with someone who's ranked number 2 in the division and think you're going to do something. It's not going to happen. You had a good first and second round. You was able to keep David Benavidez off balance. You was able to get in and get out. You landed some real good shots. You was able to counter him effectively. You did good work. You did good work early on. But that was literally the beginning of the fight, bro. By the time the third round is still the beginning of the fight. By the time the third round came around, you're breathing through your mouth. You haven't been in that fight. Now, granted, I'm not a professional fighter. But you can see the pedigree in certain, in every fighter that you watch. You can see, yo, man, this moment might be a little too big for him. And that is exactly what happened. You did not have a second gear. You didn't have a plan B. You didn't know if you had the fortitude to deal with the onslaught of a David Benavidez. Not even an onslaught, just pressure. You did not have it. You kept him off balance. You was doing really good work with keeping him in the middle of the ring. Your feet, I thought, was good. How you kept spinning. You kept spinning out. Your back didn't get trapped on the rope. But goddamn, why do we have to highlight this? There's no way you only did that for 2 rounds. And even the second round was a swing round. I'm like, nah, man, David was landing some good. He landed some good straights in there. He landed some good straights. By the time the third round came around, it was a wrap, bro. You are breathing through your mouth. I've been telling people, I was up until yesterday, I was arguing with people saying that, I was arguing with people trying to convince me that Demetrius Andrade is better than Caleb Plant. He is not better than Caleb Plant. I've been telling you niggas that. I have been telling y'all that. Been telling y'all. Caleb Plant is the tighter puncher. He is. He's the more compact puncher. He has the better defense. He has the better feet. He has the better offensive repertoire. Why? Because of his defensive capabilities, his counter punching, his ability to get in and get out and sustain that shit throughout maybe not a 12 round fight, depending on who he's in front of. But look at how he was able to get it. How he was able to get in there and turn David Benavidez and shit like that and just keep him wildly off balance and he neutralized him for an entire half of the fight. By the time the third round came around, bro, you was breathing through your mouth like you had completely exerted your energy reserves, bro. Like, what are we doing? Y'all are playing yourselves fucking just being tunnel vision on Canelo. Y'all are playing yourselves. Y'all spent years gassing this dude. And the minute that motherfucker brings certain shit into fruition and into the light, you a cooning ass nigga. I've been called all types of coons because I'm like, dog, he's not about to beat David Benavidez. And when you highlight why he's not going to beat David Benavidez, they can't deal with the analytical response to it. They can't. Because at the end of the day, you black, so you're just supposed to dismiss what it is that he didn't do. And just be supportive of no. That's dangerous thinking where you were just supposed to allow niggas to be, or just be complacent with what it is that. No, bro. No. Bro, why didn't you fight Zach Parker, bro? Zach Parker is higher ranked than Desmond Nicholson. Zach Parker would have better prepped you for David Benavidez. He would have better prepped you for that. Even if it was just 4 rounds, he would have better prepped you for that. Johnny Beck would have better prepped you for that. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. How y'all can just sit there and be so dismissive of what the fuck was going on in that, bro. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Hey, yo, you can, flash the lights all you want to. I don't give a fuck. It's snowing out here. You dig me? Yeah, fuck out of here, hoe ass nigga. But y'all sat here and just completely disregarded this dude's lackluster career, and it caught up to him. And when it caught up to him, it was bad. It was bad. Your first step up fight, bro, at 35 years old, and this is how you went out. There is nobody who could convince me otherwise. Oh man, well, he was avoided. No, I'm not going for it. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. And you went in there and on the stool. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the, just, oh man, he quit. He quit. You know when you're defeated. This ain't basketball. This is boxing. You know when you defeated, man. If I go in there again, I'm risking serious bodily harm. Long-lasting brain injury, you know what I'm saying? Just really detrimental effects to being punch drunk if I go back in there. I'm gassed. I'm getting hit consistently. Yeah, this is it for me. Pack it in. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. That's smart if you ask me. Yes, you do that. You do that. Self-preservation is at, the helm of every man's existence. Whether it's you or your kids, or your wife, your family, and your loved ones, any self-preservation, man. So you go in there, all right, yo, it is what it is. I lost this one. Whatever the fuck ever. So I'm not mad at that. Just like I wasn't mad with Daniel Dubois, at least when he was fighting Joe Joyce. But all the shit that you have spent talking, all the time all the shit you done been talking over these past, I don't know how many months, since Canelo lost to Bivol. He went there, he lost to a basic fighter. Like, yo, Demetrius Andre's persona is dope to me, man. Like, he just, like, that would be the homie. Hey, man, tell Andre slide through, we watching the fight. That, like, his persona is dope. He has a real dope personality, Brody. So it's no animosity with him or nothing like that. But I also do see the value in him, man. He's a talented fighter. But y'all have spent so much time going out of y'all way to chastise the ginger that y'all are elevating niggas who aren't necessarily in a position to be elevated. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. Bivol is a basic fighter. I don't know no basic fighter who's ranked number 2 defensive as far as defensive rating is concerned. I don't see how that even makes sense. You've been going on tirades about how Canelo was how he lost to Bivol and how he lost this and how he lost that. Every fight the dude fights in, you got something to say about him and why he should be fighting you. Bro, why didn't you fight Lara? Why didn't you fight these fights that you should have fought in to better prep you for this, man? High leverage moments, man. No ability to. You've never been in a fight where you had to make adjustments, bro. And the minute that opportunity presented itself, you completely exert yourself in 3 rounds. I literally, it just hit like, yo, is this dude already gassed? I watched it. Your legs got tightened up. You sat there, you like, I told niggas the minute he plants his feet is going to get ugly. I didn't expect it to be this early. But, I had a feeling this was going to happen. Message to not Gervonta Davis, but Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. Stop chasing Tank. Stop chasing Tank. Even though y'all fought fights that y'all, that would best prep you for a fighter like Tank. So it's not so much, y'all will be far better equipped to deal with, Tank than Andre was to deal with goddamn Benavidez. Y'all are far more equipped to deal with Tank. Are they closed? Holiday hours, holiday Sundays open until 8. Closed. Hold up, wait a minute. Oh no, they open. Oh, are they? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at this shit right here. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Y'all, yeah, they good. But y'all are far more equipped to deal with Tank than Andre was to deal with David Benavidez. But don't make it your career chasing this nigga, bro. Do not make it your career chasing this nigga. Don't do it, man. All y'all need to stop doing that. Do not make it your career chasing one fighter. When you can't get the fighter that you want to fight and that's more lucrative, then just take the L and go make the go. You're gonna get paid to fight. You're gonna get paid to fight. And if you are who you if you fighting in certain quality in certain caliber fights, that only raises your marquee value as a fighter. So you'll get that show. You'll get it. You'll get it. Don't hinder your career waiting on a motherfucker, bro. That's what this nigga did. And because of that, he had the piss poor performance that he had last night. Andre did not have to go in there and looking like that. But he went in there and looked like that. That was pathetic. I'm gonna just have to call it down the mid. That was fucking pathetic, Brody. That was horrible. Now you can sit there and call out and lambast a dude who's literally a walking Hall of Famer, first ballot. It's no question. First ballot Hall of Famer. You can sit there and call that dude out for all these years and consistently clap at him for losing to Dimitri Bivol in a fight that the dude is an undefeated world champion in his own division with a good resume in his own division. You can call him out for that, but the minute you step up, you get obliterated. Canelo never touched the canvas with Dimitri Bivol. And everybody is so, hyped on the fact that how he did Demetrius Andrade that they're completely overlooking the holes in David Benavidez's game. Oh, I had my man call me last night. Oh, man, look at how Canelo don't want none of that. Why? Why? You're going to have to explain to me why he don't want no drama with David Benavidez. I need to know. I need to know because I don't see it. It just makes no sense to me. You dig? So I say all that to say this once again, for all you fighters out there, do not spend your entire career. Don't go chasing waterfalls, man. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes before you get to the motherfuckers, bro. Because this is what happens when you don't fight the fights you are supposed to fight in. This is what happens when you get complacent fighting the level of opposition that you know that he eventually went on to fight. And that's pretty much the gist of it, man. Last night was a tall tale of things that you shouldn't do as a fighter. And the biggest thing is, bypass fights that you need to be fighting in to better prep you to deal with somebody who has something that you're not necessarily used to seeing. You'll be able to make adjustments. Your brain, your brain develops a lot more when you're in high leverage fights. You figure out, how to process information and, go through process of eliminations on things you should do or you shouldn't do. Should and shouldn't do. That man played himself for 15 fucking years and went in there and got crashed. And it was over. Bro, everybody talks about how, oh man, this slick black fighter, man, listen, man, y'all are going to have to come to y'all senses, man. Just because a nigga wear Coogee, it don't mean that he bright. You know what I'm saying? Just because a nigga tap dances from the outside does not mean he's slick. Caleb Plant did a far better job than Demetrius. You can argue Caleb Plant had a draw with David Benavidez. You can definitely make that argument. He never touched the canvas. And that's one thing that he adjusted to. He adjusted to the clinch. Salute to him on that. He adjusted to the clinch. He didn't allow him to get in and wrap his arms up. No, he found a way. Nope. Break the clinch, push the fighter back. Break the clinch, push him back, and hook off of the push. He made that adjustment. That is what happens when you fight quality opposition. When you fight niggas who done fought some damn body. Caleb Plant went in there and got stopped by Canelo Alvarez. He's a lot more savvy and equipped to deal with people of Demetrius Andrade's caliber. Because he's been through it. He's been through it. Andrade hasn't. He's been through it now if he doesn't decide to retire. I don't think he should retire. Should he go back to 160? Possibly. Could he be better equipped at 168 after going through that shit? Possibly. I don't know what's in the cards for Demetrius Andrade, but he at this point needs to do something. He needs to do something. Caleb Plant is a fight you should fight. You know, Darrell. There was no reason for you to fight goddamn Demond Nicholson. There was no reason for it. But that's just a lesson to all fighters out there who are chasing fighters predicated on the payday that they'll get with it. Stop chasing Tank. Stop. Do not get fixated on Tank. Y'all fight. It's plenty of big fights for y'all down at 135, 140. I still ain't seen motherfucking Jermaine Ortiz back in the ring. Why ain't nobody trying to get at him? It's a damn good fight. That's pretty much all I gotta say about it, man. I'm starting this store run right now, man. I will talk to y'all later. And we gonna talk, because we got more fights to talk about. Deuces.